Alrighty then there, boys and gals, Boneyard Bob here. We got a little 95 Silverado Nugget, and she has sat over the winter. She had one fresh battery at the first winter. Now she's got another fresh battery over there. She's got two because she's got the winch set up, and they kind of share some responsibilities in the way that this one was set up. But we're going to check a couple things underneath here. Bob did look in the air cleaner because I did find a little raddage up here on the engine. I looked inside the air cleaner to make sure that I hadn't stashed a bunch of acorns or dog food or another Buena Vista up in there. So since we've got the fresh batteries, we're going to also check these connections here, and then we'll see if we get her light off. All right, the first thing Bob wants to do here on this side over here, because it is the one going down to the starter, is we want to clean these off right here, because you can have you a fresh battery, but if we got that, we may not be getting the juice-tricity into the wires. So let's clean that off. All right, so on this side, you see right here, Bob has noticed this one is cracked all the way through, so it's not going to tighten up. And Bob happens to have one there in the old supply drawer in the back there, so we're going to swap that out too. Alrighty, Bob's going to show you a little hack here that he uses quite often. The battery terminal that I have is a heavy duty, and so the hole where the wire goes in and clamps when you tighten down this clamp is a little too big for this smaller cable. But what we can do in the Ecuadorian equation, we can take our clamp, see, and we can flip it over. See how it closes off down in there? Then if you've got smaller wires and you need to get on the road, then she'll still work and she'll get tight. Alrighty then, another little Ecuadorian hack here. The original stud that was in there, that the cable's bolted to, it's real short, goes up in the battery. Well, them threads are toast. It won't tighten up. That's on the negative side. So, Bob has, that's a 9/16. It's a 3/8 bolt, 16 thread. Bob has a short one here in the old tool box. And I have put a nut on it, because if you try to run this bolt in that battery, well, it's too long, okay? So now, Ecuadorian equation, we can set this nut about right in here. Then we can run it up, tighten our cables up, then we can cinch this nut, and it makes like a lock nut. You'll still have about this much bolt sticking out, but you will have juice-tricity if you're stuck somewhere. Just make sure if this is on the negative side, it's no big deal if it's hitting metal, the side, anything else. But if you do this on the positive side and it's sticking out a little long, you need to take you some tape and wrap it around good. Make sure you ain't making contact with the fender well or a bracket or anything of that nature. We got her going. Had to put a little extra juice-tricity from the old 998 here. Bob's got two systems on the 998. He's got a standalone 24 and a standalone 12. That way you can tinker with different things, and too, that's what charges 12-volt stuff like my iPad and my phone inside the truck. So anyway, we got her buzzing. The cables for that configuration on that battery on that side are a little too short. We're going to have to lengthen them because I've got the battery kind of jacked up here so we can make contact. And that's why Bob's got the old junk mail magazine on top of it, so you don't want to close the hood. You got a top mount battery and it's kind of jacked up in there, so your hood doesn't come down and touch both the contacts and go boom. Because ask Bob how he knows. Years and years ago, yeah, it makes a mess. So we're gonna leave the magazine on there right now, but now we can get her moved and get her out of the way. We got a little project right here we're gonna do where this thing is parked, and she's back and running from the winter. So hey, appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all have a blessed afternoon.